Hey guys, welcome. Oh shit, you always do it so. Hey guys, it's Will.
And Russell.
From the Counsel of Casuals. I don't do the intro all the time, so I get confused. But today, it's been a while since...
I hope you leave that in.
It's been a while since we made a video, and since then, Will has gotten some cool new deck boxes that I think would be fun to review. And I always talk in the third person.
We're gonna leave that one for last, I think. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that for last.
Alright, so you I think it's a really cute little Fblthp.
Yes. Oh, this is adorable. So, for some context, I saw this on... Magic actually reposted on Instagram the people who make this. Because it was at one of their conventions.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And when I saw it, I was like, dang, this would be like the coolest thing to bring to like a game night. It'd be the coolest thing to have if you like have a Fblthp in your deck, you know? But overall, like, just wanted to get it. For some context for you guys, I don't know what the price is gonna look like now, but when I bought it, it was 35 bucks.
Ooh.
But I think that's pretty good. You know, it is a high quality deck box. I mean, it's
only about $10 more than, well, maybe $13 more than what the GameGenic deck boxes are going for already.
Well, exactly. Like, so it is high quality. I will say there are some things that I wish were more high quality about it. But the first thing I want to review is the box that it came in, because this shouldn't be fairly concerning, but I mean, this is what it looks like. And just for context for you guys, it shipped from the UK. But as you can see, this box has gotten a beating. Luckily, I don't think the deck box has any issues, but I will say that that is very lucky because of the integrity of the box. But this is what the box that came in.
It arrived on your doorstep like that.
Yes.
In that condition.
Yeah, so I mean, that's one, you know, nick on the quality, but... Yeah, I know. That's my bad. But let's look at the box now. Now, something I've already done is I've already put a GameGenic deck box in the actual box, which is awesome because if you guys own this particular deck box, it fits perfectly. There's Stella Lee for you guys, but this is, I believe, is called the Bastion. I believe this is the Bastion deck box. I like it a lot because you get to see your commander right on the front, so that's one cool element of it, and it slides right into this deck box, just like that.
I will say that the GameGenic deck boxes I have, I feel like the texture on the outside would probably cause a lot of friction on this fabric right here.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't go. So you will have to be pickier about the deck box that goes into it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's go over the pros first. First of all, this what comes with Fblthp though, right, is actually an inner lining. So if you didn't want to have like a GameGenic deck box in it or any other deck box in it, there is an inner lining where you could put your commander deck straight into the deck box, right? And it also comes with this little chain. You can actually hook it on the sides over here on these hooks.
I didn't know Fblthp had pierced ears.
Apparently. She's edgy. He/she, they, them, they are edgy. Yeah, so it hooks right there. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah, you could carry it around like a strap. I will say, feeling this strap, I feel like if you moved a lot with it on, you can break the hook or the strap. It is a very thin strap. But to take a look at the deck box, so here's the nice things about it, right? It has the inner lining, which is very nice as I try to remove this hook. It has a strap, right? Once again, it feels a little flimsy, but you have a strap, which is cool. This is great for like a game night, right? Where you know you're gonna play one particular deck the whole night. Because you have, you know, the one deck box.
It's a cool, I suppose if you show up to like a game night at your LGS,
yeah,
it's a cool thing to draw people you don't know to your table.
Yeah.
Start a conversation.
It's adorable. It's super cute. The eye, you know, is like literally popped out a little bit too, so it's nice. And the feel of it, the feel is very nice. The texture is cool.
I would like to mention a negative right now though. Because of its feel and because it's going to draw a lot of attention, everyone's going to want to handle it, and I'm sure people's hands aren't always equally clean every time. I'm worried that it's going to pick up a lot of dirt.
Oh yeah, and I agree. And I mean, the other big thing, and here is, so the packaging was a little, you know, it wasn't that great. But I will say the bigger thing I've noticed with the deck box is that you can tell that it's made with, I think, what feels like individual paneling. I'm not going to rip this thing apart because I want to use it. It's fun. But you could just kind of tell, so in the flap alone, of course. You could tell that the flap is like 2 separate pieces. And then you could also tell that like each wall of the deck box is its own like panel. Yeah, you could see, so it's not one piece inside the material. Which I'd say that's pretty disappointing.
It's pretty thin. I mean, I'd say it's pretty sturdy material, but it's very thin. It's very prone to flexing too.
Yeah.
So I do think the front panel here is actually it feels like it might be connected there on the fronts, but I definitely feel a gap in the fabric in the back here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an adorable deck box. I think you should use it if you have it, which is awesome. If this deck box were thrown around a little bit, I would not be surprised if the integrity just broke of the box.
Well, I suppose that's another a pro of the liner. Is
well, yeah,
it adds some rigidity and strength.
Exactly. So that is there, but like for instance, the fact that I put my deck box straight into the box, I mean that's good too. But I would say if you had this on the ground while you're playing and someone stepped on it, this box would be done. The box would just be done. Like, I mean, I don't want to be too aggressive with it, but I would say that whatever's being used for the wall, for how they built the wall of it.
Hopefully, people in a hobby that understand the delicate nature of cardboard cards that are worth several, lots of money, would know how to be careful with their products by now.
Yes, I would agree, and hopefully so. But I mean, you do accidents happen, you know. But I will say to what I was saying earlier, I think that I would attest what these walls are made of to like a slightly thicker cardboard.
They're not cardboard. They're definitely plastic based.
Yeah, it is, but it still feels very like flimsy.
Very
it feels
thin.
like it feels
about the thickness of cardstock.
Yeah, I would say if I was taking out like the recycling and I had to snap the recycling in half like a cardboard box, it would feel like I could do that to this. You know. So
it's not so much a deck protector as it is a deck holder. It's
a deck holder, and like I said, I think if you like the GameGenics products, the Bastion fits. This is the Bastion that holds 100 plus cards. It fits perfectly into the box, and I didn't know that was how that was going to happen. That was pure luck, really. I had no idea it was going to fit like that. So overall,
I think it's really cute. Nice conversation starter.
Oh yeah.
I like the price on it, and yeah, hopefully
if you could give it a grade,
like a letter grade.
A letter grade. Let's do like the professor.
B plus.
B plus.
Yeah.
I would actually give it a C plus. Just because the integrity of the box is a big deal to me. You know, if you wanted to just use this and this alone with just cards inside of it, I would be worried about your cards.
I would say that I tend to prefer deck carriers that carry multiple decks.
Yes.
And obviously, no anthropomorphized deck box is going to be able to do that.
Well, yes, exactly.
But for what it is, I think they did it very well.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love for them to continue this series if they could release different creatures.
Oh, different characters? Yeah.
That would be sick. I mean, I love the idea of it. I just wish it was a little more rigid. That's it. So I'll give it a C plus just because it doesn't like blow my mind. It's so cute. I love it, and I'm going to use it every day. Well, not every day. I'm not playing Magic every day, but I will use it. But I would just wish it was, I wish it was more rigid.
All right. Next box.
Well, we have two segues here, right? We mentioned, grading like the professor. And then we also mentioned deck boxes that hold multiple decks.
Right.
And I think this is a great segue into maybe the most what might turn out to be the most popular deck box of the year, the Academic. If you guys have any...
I don't get it.
Oh, God. If you guys know who the professor is, he is arguably like the most popular Magic the Gathering streamer.
Definitely yes. top 5 for sure.
Exactly. Well, he started a Kickstarter with GameGenics to design his own deck box. And what came from that was the Academic, and at first it was on his Kickstarter campaign. But I think just through the sheer popularity of the box.
Now, didn't he start doing that for like the Flesh and Blood series?
I think so, but I think this is specifically catered toward, it's catered toward a lot of things, but I mean, I think this is great for any...
I love that they have his logo on there.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. I mean, big ups to the wifey. She got this.
I don't know how many colors they come in, but like, it's definitely got the royal purple that I think the Professor's most iconic color is
Yes.
the royal purple.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, the branding on this is just sick.
Oh, yeah.
It feels right.
Chef's
you know?
kiss.
Yeah, it feels right, you know? And you can tell that a lot of effort went into this deck box. So first, we're going to take it off. And right off the bat, something I love are these magnetic little dimples over here.
Little dice rolling surface there.
Yeah, on the cover, because what I love about GameGenix's, like their premium boxes, is that it has that magnetic clasp that goes over. But when you have a big deck box where you're carrying a lot of items, you want some sort of security. You want to know that, like, your cards aren't going to go flying out of the box.
To that end, not only are there magnets here, but you see how they're very three-dimensional, protruding from the sides. There are recesses in the side of the box for the little sockets where those magnets go.
Yeah.
So even though the magnets are strong, they can, like, a lot of magnets can still be slid off the edge of surfaces. Well, they can't do that if they're within a recess there.
Yeah, so that, I mean, and if you just go ahead and let's do one of these, I mean, it just clicks right in. I mean, and you could shake this thing, and I mean, take a look at that. Everything's right where you want it. Even dice. The whole top tray is dice, and it's like the dice never moved. So first of all, we're going to take this lid off, right? And the cool thing is, just like GameGenix's other premium deck box, you could take the lid and clasp it on the bottom. So that is actually sick.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, that is very sick.
I'm sure everyone in this community knows a crowded game table.
Yeah, and then, yeah, but here is the inside of the box, guys. I mean, from the top down, you have two main compartments for cards.
And here you have two different deck boxes, so you know that they will hold a variety of shapes.
Yeah, and these are, for context, guys, these are GameGenix's, like, biggest boxes for decks. Like, these are the 100+ this is the 100+ premium side-in loader, right? And that fits right in there. And then this is the 100+ deck box. But it's not the premium version, but that also fits right in here. Now, if you guys want to actually put your actual cards in this deck box, which is totally feasible, I don't have the panels with me, but there's actually two plastic panels that slide into these little indents
so
right here.
They thought about the people who want to carry just loose cards then.
Exactly. So, like, you could basically put those panels in, and then you could just have loose cards. I wouldn't be surprised.
You can't just get a little better view of that little slot there.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you could actually fit 3 decks in this box if you just used the loose cards. I would not be surprised. But I mean, just in the integrity of it alone, I mean,
very rigid, very sturdy.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, for Ultra Pro, they make a version of this where it's like kind of a couple different compartments. You know, and it's like
a lot of things on Amazon like this, where they have like separate drawers and stuff.
But this is very rigid, guys. I mean, versus the deck box we just took a look at, where, you know, if you drop this a couple too many times, you'd be worried. I would have no fear dropping this. Doesn't mean I'm going to, but if this fell on the floor, I'm pretty sure everything inside the box would be
what would wouldn't the Professor like throw it out of the window of a moving car?
Yeah, he totally would. And I'm pretty sure in the trailer for this deck box, they like did a bunch of wacky stuff. But I mean, I think that you could do a lot to this box, and it'll be fine.
All right, move on to the drawers.
Yes. So I'm gonna tilt it a little bit here, and we're gonna go ahead, kind of take the clasp off. And what you have here is this little middle compartment, right? And when you open this door, what you get is these drawers. I mean, this is cool because this kind of gives off the vibe of like, oh, you're like a traveling salesman in a D&D adventure, and you have this, you know, little cabinet of wares.
Well,
that,
all your little tinctures and gadgets.
Yeah, and you actually have these compartments where you can pull. Basically, I've used these compartments for all of my tokens. And they fit your tokens perfectly. You could put dice in here. You can put more decks. So, like, really, you may even be able to fit 4 decks into this deck box. You, like, if you didn't have deck boxes on, like, around them, like, you might be able to fit
if
4.
If you only had money to buy your first deck box and you wanted it to hold multiple decks, you were desperate for it, this would accomplish that. I personally don't like the idea of splitting up my loose cards into multiple, like, for organization purposes, I like having my own one single container for one single deck.
Yeah.
But I'm sure everyone's got their own, you know, tisms.
Yeah, oh, of course. Now, I will note that this top compartment is set in place, so you can't pull it out like the drawers, but I like that. because the top compartment, this door, this top compartment kind of ensures that all the contents of these middle drawers aren't going anywhere. But yeah, I mean, all in all though, that's pretty much it. The magnets are really nice on this. Really, like, it is. I'll have to say this might be like the most premium deck box I may have ever seen. Just seriously, I mean, because the other option, if you want to hold like multiple decks, are like the I know for Gamegenics they have like the I forget what they call it, but it's just like a large box that has multiple rows, so very similar to like when you're just like storing cards. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I think the audience will know what we're talking about. We can maybe put the name of the
I bought the single row one once.
Yeah, we could put like the name of the product in the video, but like this is the deck box for people who are trying to play.
In fact, the single row one was very similar to this, except for the lid was not separatable.
Yeah.
And what I like about this one better than I like the single row one is these added middle structures here give a lot of strength to the box.
Yeah.
Because mine, you throw it in your car seat and you head somewhere or on the bottom of a bag, it tends to flex a little bit from just the average wear and tear of being transported.
I think you can have this deck box in a book bag, in the back of your car, really most positions, and as long as you have this lid on top, you will be fine. And I really think this is maybe like the best deck box for players who, they have 2 or 3 decks they know they're going to play that night. They need a couple tokens, they need a couple dice. I mean, this is so convenient. And the biggest reason that I think I'm a real advocate of this product is because my typical carrying case is like a suitcase, right? So like it's the suitcase with individual columns, which is very nice, don't get me wrong. But sometimes you don't want to carry around 12 decks.
I also kind of like the feel of the in crowd, right?
Yeah.
You're now part of the Magic the Gathering Mafia because you've got something to represent.
It's
one of the OGs,
Yeah, it's like driving a Jeep. Like when you drive a Jeep, like y'all like wave at each other. And stuff.
Yeah.
You're secretly part of a cult that like meets up on Wednesdays.
Well, around here it's motorcycles. But
well, true, very true. And yeah, so I think that like having this product, I mean,
all right, letter grade.
You got the best. I don't know. I'm just so hype about this. I mean, this is an A+.
I give it an A.
Yeah, this is. I don't know how it gets better. I mean, just because like, if you look at other deck boxes, you see similar stuff. Like you see similar stuff.
I will say that after playing this game for so long with so many cards and so many decks, that I like to grade things like this in relation to other products.
Yeah.
So in another video that I'd like us to do, I would like to review a carrier.
Yeah.
And then I would like to regrade some of these based on how they fit in other containers.
Oh, we should just have like a list at the end of the video of like our favorite deck boxes.
Well, I'm thinking more like the Pirate Lab stuff.
Well, that too, yeah. That's what we currently carry our stuff in. But yeah. So for me, guys, this is like, I don't know the next time we're gonna run into a deck box like this that I'm gonna be so raving about, And I'm glad that I got it. I'm glad my wife got it for me. What a nice gift. But I don't know if there's going to be another deck box or anytime soon that is going to match what this offers. This is truly, I think this is truly like a special.
But now that they've set a precedent, how much do you want to bet that the professor's going to work with them again on another deck box in the future?
Oh, absolutely. I think absolutely. And I'll be open to it. If they keep coming out with innovative ideas like this.
What I think would be cool is if they came out with one specifically for like the cube format.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Specifically you had like one that had the carrying capacity for like 6 decks or something, or like just a whole row of cards that had dividers.
Yeah.
Specifically catered to like, oh hey, this is your cube that you play with your buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Well, anyway guys, these are the 2 deck boxes we reviewed today. I think they're both very special in their own way. Clearly there's one that, just quality, looks,
this was our casual counseling of card carrying.
Yes, we're not experts by any means, but overall though, you got one that's fun and you got one that
very practical, very very secure.
The thought that's been put into this deck box, second to none.
Good job, Professor.
Good job. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and let us know what you like to see. Follow, you hit a bell at some point.
Just watch our videos. You like it, you like it.
Okay, I guess. But we will find you if you don't like.
Don't.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there. We know where you live. Anyway, peace out, guys.